back. I had to make sure I wasn't dreaming when he said what he said. So, but I'm
here, of course, joined with Nick Bodkins of the Bodkins Show. Nick.
It is a beautiful Monday. I am that guy Bodkins. I am joined as always by a buffoon. Tanner is here. He is on remote location. And we also have another big old buffoon, Mike from the Sports Buffoon as well. Mike is kind enough to fill in for Tanner while Tanner's doing some family business.
Yep, I appreciate it, Mike, for filling in. I'll stay on as long as I can, which is probably the next 5 minutes. But I just wanted to hop on and say hi.
Yeah, this is going to be a real good one, having two buffoons on the show. So we'll see how this goes down.
That's scary, man.
Exactly. Tonight, folks, we got a big lineup for you. The biggest news in the NFL week, boys, was Kyler Murray and his contract extension. Getting a little bit of guaranteed, not fully guaranteed. And then it's reported today that he has mandatory study time, 4 hours mandatory study time. So with that being said, we decided we were going to reach out all the way in Arizona, representing the Redbird Red Zone podcast. We have Mr. Will and the lovely Jackie to kind of fill us in here on this Kyler Murray Cardinal situation. So, Will, we'll start with you. Go ahead and we'll give you the nice plugs first, and then we'll talk this Kyler Murray situation.
Yo, my name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing. And no, there are not two buffoons here. There are three. I'm something of a buffoon myself.
There we go. Welcome.
You're on the perfect show, my brother.
And Jack can go next.
Yeah. So my name is Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego.
Oh, before we get started, I forgot the lone man, Mr. Fantasy for the people. Ryan Larson's going to hop on too, folks. He just wants to hear all this Kyler Murray information to fix his standings and groupings in his rankings. Ryan, sorry about you. I forgot you.
Oh, that's all right, Nick. I know it's a strategy for our fantasy league in some form or capacity, so I understand.
Hey, Ryan, did you hit 53 leagues or 55 leagues yet?
I'm at 56.
56. Oh my God.
I'll keep the tally going, Tanner. Don't you worry.
Gonna break 100.
That's the goal.
So, Jackie and Will, let's go ahead. And I mean, how is like the Arizona Cardinal nation feeling about you guys extended your GM, extended Cliff Kingsbury, and now they get the deal done for Mr. Kyler Murray. How's Cardinal Nation taking this extension here?
I know a lot of people really on our side of the fandom really didn't like the Cliff Kingsbury extension. I think that was pretty much universal, just given the way he coaches and just the overall trends within his coaching style. But I mean, aside from like your average, usual suspects, most people that are Cardinals fans, I'm pretty sure, like the Kyler Murray signing. I am, of course, one of them. We have a podcast coming out on Wednesday where I basically kiss his ass for the whole hour. But yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, this is the most electric quarterback we've ever had, and it would be stupid of us not to sign him. I mean, when that Lamar deal goes through, his price is only going to go up, so why not do it now?
Agreed.
So I would argue, though, that Lamar's deal is going to be better because he's the more accomplished quarterback than Kyler. I mean, is he not? I mean, are you guys feel that same way?
I think Lamar's a solid quarterback. I like him a lot, and I don't think it's really – I think that their play styles are different enough that you can't really compare them in the same way. Like I don't know. There are smarter people than me who can talk about this. I'm not the guy to ask.
It's kind of tough to say because, yeah, Lamar's won an MVP. Kyler hasn't. But when you think about them as a quarterback, I feel like Kyler has better like accuracy with his passing, throws a better deep ball where, people are still like out on Lamar in that regard, but they both can run, so it's interesting. But I think this does set up Lamar to get paid.
Yeah.
So does this signing indicate that there's no potential draft prospects in the future for them, aka they got to lock him up now so they don't lose him? Because obviously, I don't think there's any big free agency coming into play outside of maybe Lamar Jackson, which I don't think would do anything different for the team. But was that kind of what the mentality was?
No, I think the mentality is you've got yourself a clear franchise guy, and you want to do whatever you can to lock him down. I mean, we were in quarterback purgatory for a hot minute, after 2015, and with Palmer's injuries and all that. So I mean, after that and after Rosen, I'm pretty sure most Cardinals fans will agree that having a franchise guy who you can rely on for 16 games is just a really good thing to have.
So I mean, this was only the second time that a quarterback that you guys ever drafted got extended. The last guy was Jake Plummer. So I thought it was a lot of money for Kyler Murray, but at the same time, like, what's Arizona's got to pay him, right? Like they had to get this deal done.
Yeah, his contract by year is bigger than the Oakland A's entire payroll for this year. So I mean, they're trying to lock him down. They're trying to make sure he stays, and I'm happy that they're making that move. This is a generational talent, and some casuals don't see that yet, but they will.
And in terms of money, I mean, like, this is what the market is right now, and
yeah,
I mean, you could argue inflation, I guess, but it is what it is, and it's business, and we have to be in the business of keeping our franchise guy happy.
So looking at this contract, you guys, with this clause, this say 4 hours study time per game film week or something along those lines. What do you think? Why was that put in place for Murray particularly? Did it have something to do? Does a team feel like he's not mature enough to do that on his own, to have to put that into his contract?
I think it's just them covering their bases. I don't really know.
He's too busy playing video games, Mike. He's a professional video gamer. He's got to get paid through that. That's the reason that's in there.
I don't want distractions, I guess.
I thought that was Hollywood Brown, guys. I thought we were talking Kyler Murray here.
Holly Brown wanted to go pro video game, yeah.
I mean, it
is interesting.
Is that the case though? I mean, is he not studying film? Is that what have you guys heard anything like that?
Basically what I've heard is he studies film, but he doesn't like do it religiously. You'll have your guys who are like first in, last out. Kyler Murray is a solid leader, solid guy, but he is not a first in, last out guy. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
this quote was kind of interesting that I found from Murray talking about this, was that he goes, I think I was blessed with the cognitive skills to just go out there and see it before it happens. I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit there and kill myself watching film. I don't sit there for 24 hours and break down this team and that team and watch every game, because in my head I see so much. I just think from just a team standpoint, you're wanting to basically, as you said, cover your bases, get it to where it's like this guy's not going to be like a Michael Vick was, back with Atlanta, where he didn't watch any game field. He just went out there and played the way he plays.
The analogy I kept seeing was Jamarcus Russell. You guys know the story about Jamarcus Russell in that one, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I don't think he's Jamarcus Russell.
Oh God, no.
I think he is more Mike Vick, as he is living off of talent. I mean, you're saying he's not a first in, first out guy, but you look at, is he remembering the the plays? Because Aaron Rodgers